Hello, everyone. This is MJPW, and this is kind of like an unusual type of video. But then again, I have reviewed the Fallout drinks before on the channel, not fully, but they were. I think I got there was like the case of them, that came with Quantum, came with Sunset Sarsaparilla or Sarsaparilla. I could be saying it wrong. Forgive me. And Nuka Grape. So when those cases came out, I believe I did a review for that partially with the Nuke popcorn bucket that came out for the TV show for the second season. And so not super long after that, it was still during the course of season 2, I want to say. Jones Soda announced that they were going to actually be doing a rocket bottle that's going to have a drink in it. So I had the alerts on, I was ready, I was watching, and at that current time, at that current employment, I should say, I was able to look at my phone a lot during the day. So, I was there and I was ready. When I got the notification, I was like, boom, okay, click. I got the order placed in. And probably like a year later, I think it's been, maybe a little less, probably a little less. I may be overthinking it, but it was definitely placed. The order was definitely placed last year at some point. So it took quite a while. And I will say there has been other people that have definitely got them a lot sooner. And I'm talking like a month or so ago, they've started to roll them out. And I've just now got mine. So, with that being said, the packaging for a lot of these, has gone through it. You can probably see this one's not even lined up. The thing is ripped up there. There's a little notch. You probably can't even see it until I point it out in a little bit. There's like a notch that's like punched in there. This whole plastic thing is all messed up. We're going to get into that. Don't worry. But a lot of people's is all messed up. And I want to point it out because I want to say these were $50 each for a soda. Yes, I do know it's a collector's edition. They are numbered. I don't believe that I knew that it was going to be numbered until, people started getting them. There's also another interesting thing I'm going to point out in a second. But yeah, I know that they're a collector's edition, but like, come on, like the packaging is all messed up on all of these, and mine are both damaged. For something that was a $50 drink, I think it could have had a little bit more quality control. And the packaging, I will say the packaging was very big. It had a couple little spots where it was like arrows saying this side up. If you're seeing this on the bottom, then that means it's upside down. Flip it upside down. Well, I opened it from the top and they had individual boxes inside of there that you open also. And the bottles were upside down. One of them, well, okay, so one of them was straight up. This one was the one that was straight up. I think this one was upside down, so it didn't it didn't make a difference anyway. So I will say their quality on the shipping department, I will say, is probably terrible. And I never really ever say anything usually negative towards anything that I'm reviewing, but I do need to point that out for people who are getting these and who are still waiting on them. And it looks like they're going to be doing another batch of them. I'm kind of surprised because, they advertised it that it was this limited run. Hurry up, get it now. There's only a limited, one of those types of promotions. And then it's like, just recently they posted, we're gearing up for another batch of Nuka Quantum rocket bottles. Well, not so limited, is it? And so what I was, well, before I get into the numbered thing, and we'll talk about the overall packaging, they also included these little stickers that I hardly even noticed, I'll be honest. They were kind of wrapped up in the packaging, and I barely saw them. But, that's a nice little add-on there. And of course, you got some Jones Soda. I will say, for the most part, as far as the drinks themselves, I love Jones Soda. Absolutely loved it. I used to vacation to the Gulf of Alabama. If you don't know, I live in Alabama. But I would vacation towards the Gulf, and the only time I could ever find Jones Soda was towards the Gulf of Alabama. And there was a specific place called Prooster's, I think it's called. It's a pecan place. If you know, you know, basically. But that's where I would always get a Jones Soda. And thankfully nowadays they are a little bit more around here locally, so I don't ever have to travel to the Gulf to get me a nice green apple. I think that's the one that I like the most. But yeah, as far as Nuka Quantum though, the taste, I will go ahead and say the taste, because obviously I've had these a few. Well, I think I've had one. It's not my favorite of the flavors. It says berry lemonade soda. So the taste, what I could compare it to is like if you took an icy, like the blue icy, and melted it down, and there you go. It put it in a bottle. And I'm not the greatest fan of that, of like an icy. I might get a sip of my wife's icy like once in a while if we're at the movies or something. That's like if I didn't get a drink or something. If there's absolutely no other option, just to get my mouth wet, I guess. But like I said, it's not my favorite, but you know, it is a nice bottle, and they have the nice caps as well. So like I was pointing this out, this is the regular Nuka-Cola Quantum bottles for Jones that you can see out in the public and just around or in those cases. And this is our obviously rocket bottles. I shouldn't have to point it out, but yeah, got a nice Fallout logo up there. Got your information. The graphics on it's real nice. Berry lemonade soda, of course. And so this one, what I was going to say, so this one is numbered 4,333 out of 17,000. Rocket Bottle Limited Edition. Wait, sorry, I'm adding words here. Rocket Bottle Limited Series Nuka-Cola Quantum First Edition. Now, will the second batch say First Edition as well? Because 17,000 seems like a absolute lot. That doesn't sound like super limited. 17,000 of something is not that limited, honestly. I know it's a drink, but like, how many people are going to be paying $50 for one of these and drinking it? You know what I mean? So keep this in mind, that this one is 4,333 out of 17,000 when we go and look at the next one. And there's a reason why I point that out, so hold on. With its unique flavor and distinct bluish glow, Nuka-Cola Quantum was poised to dominate the soft drink market. Unfortunately, it was released to the public on October 23rd, 2077, the same day as the bombs fell. Wait, the same day the bombs fell. The same day that the bombs fell. Whatever. But yeah. Produced on... Why does it start with 26? Is that January? Wait, no. I don't know. I don't know what that would be. There's obviously not 18 months. I don't know. There's not 84 days in a month. I don't know what that means, but anyway. So this is going to be the one that we're going to be opening, because I do want to open it and fix it. So yeah. So we're going to take a look at this other one. Remember that number. So it's the exact same packaging on this one, obviously. It sounds silly to point that out, but look at this. The exact same thing, but this one is numbered 118 out of 500. Isn't that weird? And you're probably thinking, okay, so maybe this one is the first edition. Well, this one is first edition. The other one says first edition. I don't know. maybe the one out of the 17,000 is supposed to be like the second batch, but they put first edition on that anyway. But I don't know. This one is out of 500. The other one, I guess, is out of 17,000. I don't know. It's a it's a really weird thing. I don't understand it. Okay, so looking at our inside of the packaging a little bit, just out from the outside, you can see in the shipping the bottle is not very secured down. They should have put some kind of like a tape thing, and maybe they did, but maybe it wasn't very secure. But it rocked around a good bit, and it ripped even, because this is supposed to be up here at the front. It ripped the front. This inside plastic is not secured at all, when it should be probably glued or taped on the sides even, or up here, you know what I mean? But it's not, unfortunately. So that's going to cause messing up everything. They also have a part for the cap that's up here. There's like a little plastic insert that just kind of slides around. It's not taped either, and both of mine are kind of like, it's like bowed, if you know that term. It's like bowed up like a, you know, like a bow. Yeah, on both of these it's like that. Thankfully, the one that's out of 500 is a little bit nicer. There's a big ding in the front though. And there's a big ding right there in the front. That might have, well, no, they were in separate boxes, so I don't know. I will say, I think the glass bottles were blown. Like, you know, the blowing glass thing. I think they did that in Italy, I think was said. So, which is kind of cool. But, oh, it's also worth noting, it's still bowed up and the bottle's not even touching up there. That's interesting. There is a little bit of tearing on the inside there. Thankfully, when you're looking at it on a shelf, it'll look good like that, I think. Yeah, it's the same bottles, I guess, or the same boxes, same bottles. All right, I'm gonna open this one real quick, and we'll take a look at the bottle itself. Alright, so all I've did so far, I've undid the sticker seal that's right here. And I took out that little plastic insert, but I just wanted to show you on the inside they say, "Have a nuke." I'll just continue to open it, I guess, on camera. I wasn't expecting anything else on the inside. Will this lift up? Oh, that's the whole back insert. Come on. There we go. And we have liftoff. I hate that the box is so damaged. That really bugs me for how much it was. But, you know, I guess the main thing is the product itself. I'm thankful that it's not broken. I have seen people get theirs and it is broken. So I cannot complain that much. Oh, yeah. That looks awesome. No really unique markings and stuff on the bottom, from what I can see, other than just bottling stuff. Looking at our label, I'm surprised they didn't even put like the nutrition facts like on this, which is kind of shocking. Not that it's a bad thing, of course, because, you know, I mean, they have it on the box itself. But yeah, normally like a drink and stuff, even if it's a collector thing, will have nutrition facts on it. So yeah, that's cool. And it's not like it almost feels like it's painted on. It's not like a full-on, you know, like a paper label, like a, you know, like a soda or something would have. It's like, it's good quality. So I'm glad that even though the box was a little bit of a disappointment, as far as, you know, the shipping quality and stuff, not to keep harking on that, but, you know, the main thing is the bottle, and the bottle was great. It feels unreal to have an actual Nuke bottle. I really hope that Jones can do a actual Nuka-Cola. Like, if they can do that for those, yeah, that's awesome. I wouldn't say that I would, that I'm that big of a fan to go to the point where I'm going to collect, like, if they do all of the other Nuka-Colas, but if they do, Nuka-Cola, actual Nuka-Cola, yeah, I'll definitely get another one of these, but, yeah. As far as Quantum, yeah, that's great. It looks great. It's the color scheme is always great because it reminds me of like the Toy Story alien, and I've brought this up before, probably not on the channel, but the Toy Story aliens, you know, their color scheme for their clothing, other than, you know, them being green, their clothing is blue, purple, and of course, you know, they have like the Saturn on there. So it's when they were selling a hoodie not long ago of that was based on Nuka Quantum. I very much considered it because I was like, this almost could like double as you know, people know me with like Toy Story, so people would probably think it's Toy Story, and I'd be like, nope, it's Fallout. I know that's so random to point out, but yeah. What you think, guys? Was it worth it? Did you get one? I will say, it looks like no matter which way you display it, it could be that way, or it could be that way, you know, as far as in the box. It doesn't matter, because it's lined up. Good deal. Yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, my overall review, I'm happy to have a rocket bottle that can actually hold a drink, because the replica ones that Bethesda sells can't hold a drink, or they don't recommend it for some reason. I think it's something about the glass, of course, so it's just made to be a replica, but you know, it's unfortunate to not be able to put a drink in it, but people do it anyway. So yeah, it's cool to have it. Again, I'm sad about the box. I don't mean to keep harking on it, but yeah, overall, you know, I'd give it like I don't know, I can't give it a scale. It's good. I like the bottle. If you can get one secondhand, or if you can get you know, one of the ones from the new batch or something like that, maybe locally, maybe they'll start selling them locally or something like that. And that way the quality control might be a little bit better, because they'll ship them in better batches and probably on pallets, things like that too. Maybe Target will start selling them, because Target sells a lot of Bethesda or Fallout stuff. I don't know. Who knows? I guess we'll see what the future holds. If you can get one with a good quality box, you know, I would say go for it. But yeah, a lot of people in this Fallout group that I'm in, a lot of them either got the box destroyed, or the bottles were just broken and it was leaking by the time it was at their house. So it was a whole waste of time. And you know, I'm thankful that I don't have the broken bottles at the very least. And anyway, I'm still curious about the number situation. Like, what's up with that? Why is this one out of 500, the other one's out of 17,000? I don't know. Maybe there's something to that. Anyway, I don't want to keep rambling on. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know what you think, and goodbye.